A saint carried his life's work to the river and threw it in. Every poem, every prayer, every word he had ever written for God. He watched the pages sink. Then he walked home and waited to be forgotten. The river had other plans. Across many wisdom traditions, there is a teaching that runs like a quiet current beneath the surface. The work that comes through you is not yours to keep or destroy. The Bhagavad Gita speaks of this directly. Offer your actions as a gift, it says, without clinging to the fruit. Not because the work doesn't matter, but because the one who truly creates is not the small, doubting self. It is something larger, moving through you. Tukaram was a saint from Maharashtra, a weaver and a devotee who composed thousands of abhangas, sacred songs of longing and surrender. He was not a scholar. He was a grieving man who had lost his family to famine and found in that emptiness a voice that sang. But the learned men of his time told him he had no right to speak of God. Who was he? They asked. To write scripture? Shamed and broken, Tukaram took his handwritten manuscripts to the Indrayani river and submerged them. 13 days he waited. 13 days of silence. The ink dissolving, the words gone. And then the manuscripts surfaced. Dry, intact, every word returned. There is something in this story that speaks to a wound most of us carry quietly. The voice inside that says, "Who are you to create, to speak, to offer something of yourself to the world?" That voice is old. It knows exactly where to press, but notice what the river did. It did not argue with Tukaram's doubt. It simply returned what was true. The teaching here is not that your work will always be celebrated. It is that what flows from genuine devotion cannot be drowned by fear. Doubt is weather. The river is deeper than the weather. And there is a second lesson, softer but just as real. Tukaram's surrender was not defeat. It was the moment he stopped protecting the work and let it belong to something greater. That release, that open hand, is where the real offering begins. Sit with one thing you have been holding back. A thought, a creation, a truth you haven't spoken. Ask yourself honestly, am I holding this back out of wisdom or out of fear of being told, I have no right? You don't need to act today. Just notice the difference between the two. That noticing is the first step across the river. If this brought you a moment of stillness, subscribe and walk this path with us. The words Tukaram tried to drown came back dry. What is truly yours, offered, truly does not disappear. It waits.